Hi my lovelies, welcome back to Spontanix. Today's video we are going to be taking a deep dive into Reddit to check out some of the posts from Am I the Arsehole? And we are going to be judging if any of these people are the arsehole. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Am I the arsehole for changing my niece's stripper name when I got custody? I think it will become obvious that my sister and I have taken very different paths in life. I love her very much, but she is not well. I have had custody of my niece since she was 6 months old. My sister is going to jail for at least the next 7 years. She is ineligible for parole for that long, so that's a minimum. My niece's name is a perfect example of my sister's thought process. Honest to God, she named her Cinnamon. Pronounced cinnamon, but not spelt the same way. I have had my sister's parental rights severed. My parents and her fought me on it. Don't care, my parents have never contributed to her upbringing, but they have given lots of unwanted advice. I adopted my daughter and changed her name to Simone. My parents think I'm being cruel to my sister. What my sister thinks is not allowed here. The filters told me that particular obscenity wasn't part of posts here. It starts with a C. Try it yourself if you don't believe me. So, I feel completely justified in changing her name. I do not think I'm wrong. I am not looking for validation. I want to know if I'm missing something that my parents and sister can't communicate coherently. Now, it is a bit of a tricky one this, because your niece is your sister's daughter. Obviously she can name her whatever she likes, and if she likes the name Cinnamon, then Cinnamon it is. I've heard all these wacky names that parents are now calling their kids nowadays, and it's just getting your kid set up to get bullied at school. There's a lady on Instagram, I saw one of her posts briefly and I can't remember what her name is, but she named her last kid, are you ready for this? Aquaman. Personally, I just think these sorts of names are getting your kids set up to be bullied for all of their school years, because that is going to happen. Because other kids are dicks. But also, if you feel like you need to change your name and she is in your custody, then go for it. You're saving her from getting bullied, so yeah. I'd say, I'm just gonna say you're not an arsehole, you're not. Also, I hope your sister gets well. I hope she gets the help she needs. Am I the arsehole for not having anything prepared for my husband to make dinner for our children? My husband, 41, is mad at me for expecting him to provide for dinner for one evening. I, 41, do all of the meal planning, shopping, preparing and cooking. He cooks one night a week where he likes to make burgers, for which I have to have bought and prepared everything. He works 40 hours a week, but works from home at least 4 days a week, and his hours are flexible. I work 2 days a week. One shift from 7:30 to 4:30, and then the next day 9:30 till 6:30. This morning I asked him what he was going to do for dinner, as he knows I did not have time this week to shop and prepare what he needs. He got mad at me and said, well, what am I supposed to do when the kids, our children, are 9 and 12? Get hungry before I'm home. I told him that they have a parent at home and that he could figure it out. He got mad at me for not having done the shopping and preparing, leaving him unprepared. I do all the laundry, shopping, cooking, childcare and cleaning while working part-time. But am I the arsehole for not having everything prepared for him just this once? You're not the arsehole. Your husband, a grown man who has been on this planet for 41 years, seems to be incompetent of cooking for his children for one evening. The children that he helped raise and brought into this world. However, what I will say to you, the person who posted this, is that you did not need to remind us twice that you do all of the shopping, the cleaning, the cooking and the childcare. If you say it once is enough. We don't need you to say it at the start of the post and then again at the bottom of the post. It's basically bragging. But no, you're not the arsehole. Your husband's incompetent, and it's easy enough to put chicken nuggets in, chips in, make some beans, you know, he can figure it out for himself. He's a grown-ass man. Am I the arsehole for asking my wife to be a stay-at-home mum? I, 27 male, have a wife, 23 female. My wife is currently pregnant. I have a degree and a decent paying job. By decent, I mean 150k a year. My wife is a college dropout. She works as a receptionist at a medical centre, as she has for the past 3 years. My wife already does most of the jobs of a stay-at-home mum. While I'm at work, she cleans, does some of the house chores, and she cooks dinner. Of course, I try to help her out, but oftentimes it's all already done before I even get home from work. While we were eating dinner, she was talking about how much she hated her job. I suggested to her that maybe she can be a stay-at-home mum. She already does most of the stuff, plus she's going to be a mother soon. She looked practically offended. She told me that she would never stay at home all day to be my bitch. She said that I was an arsehole for suggesting it. Am I the arsehole? Edit, she chooses to do most of the household chores. I've never forced her to do anything. Also, she makes 16 an hour from her job. First of all, I don't know why you'd mention that your wife is a college dropout. I don't seem for this sort of post that's actually necessary. Maybe you're a bit of an arsehole for saying that. I can't say that you are the arsehole because you suggested something that could potentially help your wife out if she hates her job, and it seems that she may have took it the wrong way a little bit. What could help with your situation is that if you actually sit and talk to your wife and ask her why she felt this way towards your suggestion and why she thinks you're an arsehole for it, then maybe you'll get more of a broader aspect of what she's thinking, and that will help out with your situation. No, you're not. Just talk to her, man. Am I the arsehole for telling my sister-in-law to go fuck herself? So, my brother got married to a close family friend about 2 years ago. They'd known each other for years, and honestly, I knew he had his flaws. But she knew too, and they were in love. Fast forward to now, all hell has broken loose. They fight about once a month, and she calls me constantly to complain. I've tried being supportive, but I'm exhausted. I finally told her to stop dragging me into their drama, and of course she got upset like a little kid. Part of me actually hopes she just cuts contact, but I'm also nervous because I've shared some personal secrets with her in the past, and I'm worried she might spill them. So what's the best way to handle it if she tries to drag me back into a chaos or exposes stuff I told her? Are you the arsehole? Are you the arsehole? Maybe we'll start with the fact that you knew that your sister-in-law and brother are always fighting, but yet you still decided to confide in her with some deep dark secrets, and now they are with her. But you also mentioned that you're nervous that she could spill them, which shows you don't really trust her fully with them, so I don't see why you actually told her them. But no, you're not the arsehole. Maybe you're a bit of an arsehole for confiding in someone who doesn't know how to keep their mouth shut, but otherwise you're absolutely fine. Am I the arsehole for sending my wife to prison? My wife became abusive, mostly verbally and emotionally, after our kids were born. I endured it for 12 years because I didn't want to leave the kids. Now my tolerance for her became 0. So I just started saying to her, KS for you. What? Oh no. Well, that really sucks. Type of dismissive statements. Whenever she started yelling or being disrespectful. I basically refused to talk to her seriously when she was being anything but respectful. It obviously didn't really work, and she would just storm out when I didn't take her seriously. Then she hit me for the first time, right on my face, very hard. After that I started recording her. I stopped being snarky and just ignored her when she was being abusive, and sure enough hit me again. I didn't get the courage to go to the police until she hit me again 2 more times. She was immediately arrested and eventually took the plea deal. She is now serving 2 years sentence. My daughter is not happy with me. She refused to stay with me and now lives with my parents. I have basically left the door open for her if she wants to come back. Most of my friends and family say that I overreacted and should have asked for the help, and they could have resolved it without going to the police. Not the arsehole. You are not the arsehole for what you've done. If the roles were reversed and it was a husband being physically and verbally abusive to his wife, you bet that the wife will be on the phone to the police. She will have her close family and friends there to support her. However, it's also common for men to take the brunt of abuse as well, and I feel like it's overlooked because it's a sexualized thing that when it comes to abuse, it's always the women getting abused when it's also just as much the men. And I think your family need to realise that you can't endure any more than what you already have. So you did the right thing in calling the police. I can't imagine your family or friends doing much when authorities need to be involved, because physical abuse is absolutely not on, or verbal abuse even. So no, you're not the arsehole. You made the right choice, and I hope you're doing well now and have the support that you need. I stopped trying to cheer up my wife. Am I the arsehole? I, 30 male, wife 30 female, started a new job in December. She loves it. While she was looking for work, she really got good at baking. Earlier, she offered to bring in a cake she had never made before to her co-workers. She's bringing it in today and she is nervous that it won't go over well. Since she baked it last night, she has been really nervous about how it will go. So I've been reassuring her each step of the way, complimenting the smell of the kitchen, how amazing the decorations look, and how jealous I am of her co-workers to try it. This morning she was very nervous and kept doubting herself. She kept saying that there wasn't enough or that it will taste bad. I tried to bring up her new skills as a baker, how good it smells and looks, and tried to reassure her that she has plenty of sweets to go around, but she kept arguing about it. I was trying to be supportive, but it wasn't helping. She kept asking me to help reaffirm her, and eventually I said she didn't want my help because she won't accept any compliments. I feel like I wasn't being listened to, so I didn't want to contribute. No, you are not the arsehole. You have stated that you constantly reassured your wife, you complimented her, and you reaffirmed to her that the cake was looking amazing, it was smelling amazing, but it still seems like she let her anxiety sort of eat her up, and she wasn't looking for or at any positives, and there is only so much you can do when cheering someone up or reassuring them. If they don't take it, then what more can you do? Not the arsehole. Am I overreacting for no reason? My husband and I have been married for almost 3 years. We have a 1-year-old son together and his 9-year-old daughter lives with us. I have been sick the last couple of days. Yesterday I woke up feeling awful and asked him to take care of the baby so I could sleep in another hour until 10 AM. That was fine. This morning I woke up groggy and with no voice. He asked if I was going to church. I ended up falling back to sleep without actually answering him. An hour later I woke up after hearing a cough. My husband and stepdaughter were gone. The baby was just sitting up in his crib. I was immediately pissed. First, if I am sick enough to stay home, why not take both the kids with him? He left the baby in his crib. There was no evidence that he gave him a bottle or fed him. And when I picked him up, his clothes were wet. So my husband didn't even change his diaper before they left. He didn't nudge me to let me know he was leaving the baby with me. He didn't bring the baby into bed with me, which he has done many times in the past if I'm still in bed when my husband is about to leave the house. There's 3 issues I have. 1. Why leave him in the first place? 2. Why not inform me? 3. If you don't want to inform me for whatever reason, why not take basic care of the baby before leaving? I feel like he is annoyed that I am staying in bed 2 mornings in a row and wants to make sure I do my part in taking care of things. he has done passive aggressive things like this in the past. Am I overreacting? No, you are not overreacting. Your 3 questions that you asked in this post all have a very similar answer. And that is, your husband chose to be lazy and chose not to do his part. He needs to remember that he's also a parent and that baby is also his as well. So it takes minutes to make sure a child is fed and, you know, nappy changed and that they're dry and comfortable. The fact that he didn't do this is neglectful. Couldn't be asked to do it and decided to go out to church. So no, you're not the arsehole, your husband is. And in that moment, irresponsible and lazy. Husband told me I shouldn't have a problem taking our kid to school right after giving birth. Am I overreacting? For context, I actually haven't given birth yet. I'm just extremely close to my due date. I mentioned to my husband that I'm going to ask my mum and mother-in-law if they could take our daughter to school after I have the baby. Husband is not taking time off. I told him it wouldn't be for very long. I just would really appreciate the help. Our daughter attends a small school that doesn't provide transportation, so drop off and pick up are necessary. His response? It should not be that hard to have a baby and then drive your car somewhere. Am I overreacting, or was that an arsehole comment? That was very well an arsehole comment from your husband there. Oh, it shouldn't be hard to take a new baby and take your daughter and take her to school. You try giving birth. Whether it be a natural birth or a C-section, your body takes weeks, even months, to heal properly. It's not easy. A little help is needed afterwards. Don't be a dickhead. You're not the arsehole. Again, your husband is the arsehole. Right, my lovelies, that is it for today's video. Content over the next couple of weeks is going to be a little bit more slower as I have broken 2 of my ribs. It's very painful. You might be wondering, how did you break your ribs? Did you fall down the stairs? Did you, I don't know, fall off a building? No, it's simple. I coughed too hard for a couple of weeks because I refused to take cough medicine because I really hate the taste of it. Thank you all so much for tuning in today's video and for all of your support. It hasn't gone unnoticed. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. Feel free to share them and I will catch you all again soon. Bye.